my feeling goes back to the first day. I'd never wanted to see the Green Bay sold, because I got a lot of pride in the Green Bay. It got sold to the ITEL. I probably was a little sore, upset about that, even in my own heart, but then I foresaw that it seemed like we were going to go on okay. But then when I heard that this fella likes to sell stock every 8 to 10 years or so, and I knew we were for sale for quite a while, I thought, oh boy, where next? You know, where to next? Are we going? Are you going to have a job or aren't you? Who's going to buy? What's going to take place? And now the WC has got the offer, and when I heard that, along with when they brought us to a meeting, when they informed us and kind of gave us a little bit of outline of what was going to take place. The first thing is I had a lump in my throat because I have 24 years. It sounded like we could all be out the door with years unemployment or so, and then that was it. And that was the first meeting. Then the second meeting was a little better. It made me feel a little better. They were talking like a little job security, that they would promise some of us jobs if we qualified. And so then I took an outlook. I guess that's the way life is today. A lot of industries sell and or go out of business or whatever. And if I can hold a job, I feel that if it's with the WC or another railroad, we are going to be sold. I mean, that's law, you might as well say. I feel as long as I had a job, I had some sort of security. That's what I'm looking at. And with the 24 years, I definitely like to get to my 30 years before I qualify for my retirement. And I'm still young. I got 18 years to go, so they can still get use out of me.
Do you think that the employees were entitled to the job protection as outlined by the New York Dock Agreement?
Well, that can get kind of argumentative all the way around when we start talking New York Dock, but I belong to a union all my life on the Green Bay and Western, and most of us on the Green Bay are older, like I'm saying, 10 years or older in seniorities, so we've all got, what you say, a pretty good life, started with a family or whatever, and I feel that we are entitled to some sort of protection. I still say you can't kick an old horse out on the road or whatever, you know, you can't do that to us, is what I'm trying to say. I feel we're entitled to something, a buyout or like a job offer or whatever. I feel we're entitled to something. This New York Dock now, as they're talking 6 years is what they're talking for protection. It's not really for sure. Nobody really seems to understand what the ruling really is. So they're supposed to be arbitration and ironing this out, but I feel, yes, that we should have some sort of protection.
What was your reaction to the ICC ruling on November 10th of 1992 about the WC takeover of the GBW and FRV?
Well, it was great disappointment, because down the road it would mean the end of the Green Bay and Western, and I felt here's a railroad that's been running for 125 years. The business, is, as far as I could see in my end of it, was good, and we were hauling enormous trains, and I felt the railroad could run for another 125 years. On the other hand, if we're running into trouble, where eventually it would mean the end of the Green Bay and Western, then possibly this ICC decision is better. At least part of the railroad would still be running, although under a different name. It wouldn't be the old Green Bay and Western as everybody knows it, of course.
What are you going to miss most about the Green Bay and Western when things finally get through?
Well, I think the most important part of the Green Bay and Western to me are the people that I work with and the people that I have worked with. They've been fun. It's been a good bunch of people that do what they have to do to get the job done. That's going to be the thing. I'm not going to miss being away from home. I'm not going to miss those types of things, but I'm going to miss the people, because I've made some good friends over the years. I've worked with some decent people over the years. I occasionally see some WC people at Plover and get a chance to talk to them about what's going on their railroad and that type of thing. And we see Northwestern people at Maryland when we're going and coming to work, and that's the type of thing that I'm going to miss, is seeing the employees of the other railroads and the employees of the Green Bay and Western Railroad.
Will you be sorry to see the Alcos go?
I guess in a way I will. They're unique. I've met some nice people over the years who really enjoy the Alco engines, and if they're gone, those people won't show up around the railroad either. So I guess I would be sorry to see them go, because they are a unique part of our railroad, and we're the only railroad in this area that has a fleet of Elcos like we do. So it makes us kind of unique, and it's a part of the thing. Like, well, we're still running around with cabooses, and we still have Elcos, and we don't have any electric switches, and we're a bit of past railroading. As far as the operations of the railroad hasn't changed a whole lot since I started. We're still the way they operated in the 20s probably, except that the Elcos now don't have steam, they have fuel oil. So I guess it's a part of our railroad that I enjoy.
Well, I think the most I'm going to miss is the lay of our railroad on the Green Bay and Western was a lot of ups and downs. It was a challenge every day with long trains to keep everything together and to do this safely, that nobody got hurt. And it was a real challenge, and I look forward to this every day, and it was different every day. And I'm going to miss that, number one. And number two, I'm going to miss the family type atmosphere with the Green Bay and Western. You knew management from top to bottom. They knew you from top to bottom. You didn't have, say, so to speak, someone in Kansas City, Missouri telling you what to do up here or certain situations. That we did not have. If you had a problem, you could go to the official management and the problem would be taken care of. I think with the WC, from what I've heard, what I've been told, it's not going to be a problem over there either. They're quite concerned. They want to run their trains 100% perfection all the time, and I'm all for that.